No, me and no abo apa meet you as an we be a Chess TV. So Brasson say a day or may mean my hold on sing about one, say a young no Pemucasia, and the ever someone and some who don't know any about one, and ever some and every year. Moving Pick Hotel. Now, our bra, Honorable Alan John Kodoche Martin, any central for Asia Edium Comono, Akohenia Ecoso, or Honum. I want some for Muno, or the football Amagana Mamurina. Say your man who crying Emma Central for, and as I'm on 4 ever and Yenya won't pay. Or Penia, or your romance of 4, and this a football at me at the Atuja. Menoka say your call Bono is Mantemwa, a idea in so a chair for Krobacoso, Mamaka say Kromafono, and what to how any amanimu pa. You call a young Mantemu. Na NDC Americono, and Ma Don Fairfall, a war, a year Kia, a year constituency one and nay. Akwaya doye ama eye prison for wonom ewo mfimfin mantem titiru ene ankafo wei ene sema hodo ene ka ho na awia yi yatena se rebe so se awia nom yanu empa mu kase ewo Chess TV so nya mbedi kase wo tia medin e dia so ne betoba nana owu so aboaje adiomi obetimi afre basona ba be me MP meje oso ene ensema ebeka no ye dimu akotene bi enie ye be sha se e de free Honorable Alan John Kodoche Martin na so ye me no kasa yi wone ensentro for airborne komo yakọ babia ensentro for nhyiamu no ekoso moving Pick Hotel won kramponi mantemu ebra odin krata ba bonte se wono MP bia me no kuno ebra wo mokọ pepanyi pa obetu franka na me no kuno wodin dwumadie ato ho no me no enei woye ensentro for nhyiamu yenko tie nia ekoso ho eno achi ye de kasa won nhyiamu ebeto aso.
And a demonstration of high-handedness by the highest decision-making body of the party, second only to the annual delegates conference. Fellow countrymen and women, I joined the New Patriotic Party at the very beginning of its establishment as a founding member, believing in its core values and the long-standing traditions of its antecedents, predicated on the principles of fairness, equity, probity, accountability, and transparency. I have devoted the best part of my professional career to serving the party, and I still believe in the vision of the founding fathers of the party. However, the NPP, as it exists now, has very little resemblance to the party that I joined in 1992 and held. Thank you. The party has been hijacked by a selected group of party leaders and elders, government appointees, behind the curtain power brokers and some. It was my fervent wish to use the vehicle of their party to bring my God-given talents, experience, and knowledge acquired both locally and internationally over a period of 46 years to serve our dear nation, Ghana, at the highest level of executive authority. It is abundantly clear to me that my services and contributions to the party are not appreciated. And that my continuous stay in the party will create circumstances that led to my decision to resign from the party in 2008. Fellow countrymen and women, under the circumstances and given the context provided, I wish to use this platform to announce that I'm honorably resigning with immediate effect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I repeat, under the circumstances and given the context provided, I wish to use this platform to announce that I'm honorably resigning with immediate effect from the New Patriotic Party to contest for the high office of the Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. To contest. Thank you very much. To contest for the high office of the President of the Republic of Ghana in the 2024 general elections as an independent presidential candidate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. To actualize this goal, can we have some quiet? To actualize this goal, I will establish and lead a new movement for change in Ghana. The brand logo for the movement is the monarch butterfly, which politically symbolizes change and transformation, hope and positivity. It also communicates strength, endurance, spirituality and trust, which are all key traits that I cherish as a political leader. In Akan, it is known as Afafanto. The brand motto of the movement is Ghana will rise again. Ghana will rise again, which symbolizes hope for the future of Ghana. The new movement will be led and powered by the youth of Ghana. Out of the over 17 million registered voters in the 2020 general elections, the youth aged 18 to 35 years constituted over 9.4 million voters, representing 55% of the total voters. This is a constituency that you cannot ignore. It is acknowledged without doubt that the youth represent the future of our country, and yet they constitute the most vulnerable section of our society. From available statistics, 85% of all prison inmates in Ghana are aged between 12 and 35 years. This is profoundly alarming. Fellow countrymen and women, it is also worth noting that every year, over 300,000 graduates from tertiary institutions in Ghana, excluding those from secondary institutions enter the job market with little or no hope of finding a job. Clearly, public sector employment is not an option with an already overbloated public service. This phenomenon of a pervasive employment crisis is gradually becoming a national security threat, as evidenced by the recent Occupy Julobi House demonstrations. The initial reaction of the police in manhandling some protesters is not the solution to the problem. What Ghana needs now is change, which will provide long-lasting solutions to the challenges confronting our country. Fellow countrymen and women, I'm using this platform to introduce myself to you, the good people of Ghana, and humbly seek your support to become the next president of the Republic of Ghana. I believe with unwavering conviction that I am the only leader who can guarantee the economic and industrial transformation of our country, the restoration of confidence in political leadership, and the unification of an increasingly divided nation. My unique selling proposition as a leader is vision, competence, integrity, and action. The four dominant themes for this change agenda which will be perceived by the movement are as follows. 1. Change the political status quo by moving Ghana beyond the duopoly of the two main political parties, the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress. This will break divisive partisanship in governance in Ghana and bring an end to the winner-takes-all political syndrome. In addition, there is a need to promote reforms in the internal democratic processes and procedures of all political parties, such as introducing one man, one vote to ensure inclusiveness and reduce the effect of monetization in politics. The principles underpinning our national elections must be reflected in the electoral processes of political parties in Ghana. 2. Promote the establishment of a government of national unity, which would include people from all walks of life, irrespective of their political, religious, ethnic affiliations. Rich or poor, able-bodied or physically challenged, young or old, women and men. This will allow for effective and inclusive participatory governance. The movement will lead the formation of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Number 3, build consensus on a national development agenda, which will introduce a new paradigm shift that moves Ghana from growth and stability to economic transformation. This paradigm shift will be driven by my Great Transformational Plan, GTP, which puts the private sector and the business community at the center of our national development efforts. 4. Inspire behavioral and attitudinal change in the people of Ghana. This would include, but not be limited to, the following. A. Enforcement of discipline. We as a people should appreciate the need for maintaining discipline in all spheres of our national lives, including changing our attitude to work. B. A war against corruption. Corruption, particularly from the public purse, denies our country the benefit of using our tax revenue resources for the development of our country. All sections of the Ghanaian society should wage a vigorous war on corruption through a combination of legal and institutional reforms, the application of technology, including artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and data analytics, as well as maintaining societal pressure against corruption and leading by example. If elected as the president of this republic, I will sign a citizen's contract with the people of Ghana, committing myself to wage a relentless war against corruption. C, arrogance of power. As I've stated on previous occasions, the arrogance of power has been a major obstruction to progress in our country. People in positions of authority in this country must understand that leadership is an opportunity to serve the people and not to lord over them. In servant leadership, humility is an asset and not a weakness. D, passion for excellence. As a country, we must celebrate competence and excellence and not mediocrity. Advancement in the public sector in particular must be based on meritocracy and not patronage and protocol. Putting square pegs in round holes has been the biggest challenge for service delivery at every level in our governance structure. A significant shift in this regard will allow the best talents in our country, particularly the youth, to be deployed to achieve optimum performance in various institutions and organizations. E, solution-based thinking and a focus on execution. As a people, we must focus more on getting things done and finding solutions to problems rather than spending time on excessive and needless debates. F, making laws work in Ghana. The lack of compliance and disrespect for laws, rules, and regulations in Ghana is a major stumbling block for national development. As a people, we must commit ourselves to the sanctity and rule of law to ensure peace, law, and order in our country. Last but not the least, patriotism. The pride of being Ghanaian and promoting good citizenship, as well as patronizing made in Ghana goods, is a development imperative. Fellow countrymen and women, Ghana is at a crossroads, and the dynamics of our time requires a transformational leader. I believe that I am the leader for this time. I have already put forward for the consideration of our country the Great Transformational Plan, GTP, which will significantly deal with poverty and bring prosperity to our nation. The GTP is anchored on 10 pillars, namely, 1, building a strong macroeconomic environment which will be a stable, low inflation, sustainable debt levels, revenue optimization, tight expenditure control, low competitive interest rates, strong external reserves backed by high levels of liquidity to support the financial sector. 2, introduce a new agricultural revolution for Ghana, which will first take advantage of both local, regional, and global markets. Secondly, be driven innovation and cutting-edge research. Thirdly, optimize value for farmers through value chains. And fourthly, promote economies of scale in agriculture through large-scale commercial farming. 3, promoting industrial transformation through value addition and the establishment of strategic countries to diversify the Ghanaian economy. This will also involve the establishment of industrial parks and special economic zones, as well as the aggressive promotion of small and medium-scale enterprises. 4. Accelerated infrastructural development, promoting private sector financing for public infrastructure such as roads, railways, ports, harbors, water supply systems, public housing, etc. This will reduce government exposure to the financing of such infrastructural projects. 5. Digital mainstreaming. Mainstreaming digitization in all government and public sector activities and bringing digital technologies to the doorstep of the ordinary Ghanaian. 6. Energy security and diversification, placing greater emphasis on the development of renewable sources of energy, including but not limited to nuclear and hydrogen energy. This will require fast-tracking the execution of government's strategy for energy transition. 7. Health. Expanding health infrastructure and services by enhancing private sector participation in health service delivery across the country, as well as improving the viability of the National Health Insurance Scheme. 8. Education. Undertaking a comprehensive review of existing reforms in the educational sector, particularly the free SHS program, to ensure optimum efficiency and effectiveness in its implementation. Government will pay full attention to institutionalizing the link between industry, academia, and educational institutions, and reinforce the importance of apprenticeship and internship. Considering the critical importance of early childhood education, the development of new interventions in the educational sector will be to improve basic education in all its forms and nature, including but not limited to physical infrastructure, learning facilities, teacher training, and curriculum development. 9. Tourism. Encouraging private sector investments in the development of world-class tourism infrastructure, and also taking steps to leverage the tourism potential in each district and region of our country. In addition, my government will facilitate air travel for tourists coming into the country by providing free visas, including visas on arrival. Finally, the development of the creative industry in Ghana will be the backbone of the reforms in the tourism industry. This will include, but not be limited to, the following creative industries: film, dance, theater, music, literature, and multimedia arts. 10. Natural resource management. Developing and implementing a comprehensive program for the management of Ghana's natural resources. This would include oil and gas, solid minerals, water and marine resources, and land and forest resources. As a target, there shall be no export of raw materials from Ghana in any form or nature without a minimum of 60% value addition by the year 2030. This will usher in Ghana's decade of industrial transformation spanning the year 2025 to 2035. 11. Decarbonization and climate resilience. Scaling up government's current efforts at reducing Ghana's carbon footprints and facilitating access to the carbon trading markets, as well as establishing mechanisms to strengthen the country's preparedness against the negative effects of climate change and climate variability. 12. National security and defense optimization. Deploying resources to strengthen national security and defense mechanisms and infrastructure to deal substantively with emerging security threats and challenges, particularly in the Sahelian region. 13. Downsizing government. Overhauling the architecture of the public service in Ghana by consolidating some departments and agencies. This will lead to a lean government structure that will ensure operational efficiency and effectiveness in the delivery of government services and also reduce costs to the national budget. 14. Strategic engagement with the international community. Restructuring Ghana's diplomatic and economic relations with the international community based on the principle of positive neutrality, with a focus on promoting the strategic interests of Ghana, as well as our shared commitment to humanity and the preservation of peace around the world. Last but not the least, sports. Investing in world-class new generation sports facilities in selected competitive sporting disciplines. In this regard, my government would encourage the participation of the private sector in the development of sports infrastructure around the country, including sports academies. The Great Transformational Plan, GTP, will provide jobs for the people, cash for the people. In conclusion, fellow countrymen and women, the concept of an independent candidate becoming the President of the Republic of Ghana, though novel, will be the most innovative and revolutionary development in Ghana's political history. It will indeed be a watershed development in Ghana. Although similar examples of this model have been practiced successfully in countries such as Benin in Africa and other political jurisdictions. In a country like Ghana, that is currently embroiled in divisive political turmoil, an independent candidate who becomes president will be a bipartisan and honest broker amongst different political parties and will bring healing and reconciliation to our body politic. Ministers and other key government officials will be appointed from all parties and shall also include individuals who are apolitical but have a demonstrable and proven track record of performance in their field of specialization. Fellow countrymen and women, what Ghana needs now is a new leader and not a new political party. It is worth noting that the great nations of this world were built on the vision of great leaders and not on the back of political parties. There are multiple examples of such great leaders in political history around the world, including George Washington and Abraham Lincoln of the United States of America, Winston Churchill of Great Britain, Mahatma Gandhi of India, Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, Deng Xiaoping of China, and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. In the current political dispensation of Ghana, under an executive presidency, the President of the Republic represents one constituency, only one constituency, which is the constituency of Ghana. While different political parties can contest for parliamentary seats on the ticket of their political parties. Electing an independent candidate as president, who will lead a government of national unity, will not only bring harmony to the legislature, but also facilitate the approval and execution of government programs and projects. Who better can moderate and lead such a political divide than an independent candidate who has no direct ties with any existing political party? Fellow countrymen and women, I wish to use this opportunity to assure the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party that I still very much cherish my relationship with you, and I'm committed to the ideals of the founding fathers of the party. My decision to contest as an independent candidate will not destroy the party, but rather provide the party an opportunity to participate in a government of national unity in the future. And avoid the risk of going into opposition with no dividends in what arguably will be a difficult general election in 2024. You can vote for your preferred choice of MPP parliamentary candidate, but vote for Alan John Kojo Kyerematen. But vote for Alan John Kojo Kyerematen in the presidential elections in December 2024 to become the 6th president of the 4th Republic of Ghana. To the rank and file and sympathizers of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, and to my friends in leadership positions in the NDC, please note that if elected as president, I will also be president for NDC. You will be better off avoiding the risk of remaining in opposition if you do not win the 2024 general election. Rather, participate in the government of national unity by voting for Alan Kyerematen.
Or cause independent candidates. Na independent candidate I work with. Or she say obedim kunim e won fiempim yenu ene aduonu enan abatonim. Na onim say NPP ameneko no e no pese odi anim or botae ne akotaemu na fama say enko obedi NPP ameneko anim akoto franka. Na so no ma bi NPP ameneko ni enti wono wode ne card say NPP ameneko ni no wode ato ekwa independent wakofa abo a friend say afrafranto a potoka say can say butterfly e dey na sense de a watro so movement for change. Ghana will rise again. Ghana will rise again. Na yakwa homa no so na ye ne panimpa ba ko a okasama honorable Alan John Kojo Kyerematen ni mabunu kuo no owura bacha akobo nkomo ewia na e de ho etimi ato bacha oteme nka me mo ha ho bacha penga openi boko de ede rade nyankopon ase yenka bi nshem yene so na bola Kojo Kyerematen ka so ne nsentofo bo kasa one Ghana fo bedi nkomo otu sheda sei enne awia no mienu mpam ya eno ne nsentofo di nkomo kasa wono NPP ameneko no wajai woko se kontenkro won akogina ama Ghana fo ato abama no mo amudi na chi no asema moti yei eye mo a se o ka se wojai NPP ameneko no akokontenkro na ese ne mo a de ne wa ye mo a ese ne mo so a na mo nyina so ne sei
yo minia me da se ye mebru na ye di honorable Alan Kojo Kyerematen e betini aka say ye course me ye enye enwa any amount if say yen in Yama a cocoso, yen you didn't cheat, you boo ye. Ah, yen, yes, I just teacher no. Even Credimu, a bit more, meaning video be now around. Ah, ni party through back over a party no more, buying so a womb, a cassette. Say, never cost among currently. Ye move if he say encouraging to me, I say the different candidates be back. I said one more candidates now, and ye my candidates in independent and now on to the party. Na say ye need to do who I won't and I talent could you change and say in no money than a comma so pay ye. Na said ya last time a bar modification of that kind of numa our face will be and now shed the rear. Imran any number what a journey cream. I say their opportunities they new cream. I say or mine no a sip. In your question a chest that I would dream on chassis. Into your maybe way any of my idea na yen pese or best standards president near body chidom as a presidential candidate body to the not president or Ghana. Nothing in this between 1992 at TMPP party 1996 or here I didn't say and go back contest penny for the enemy didn't come back and say a man call or man didn't penny phone call. Now when you are about Trabatu Sabria in Yama Equi Bisi Basano, Tia, and Yama, Kakamitin Akanama.
Now, says ya, Honorable Alan John Creature Martin, acting at home. Now, all contempt created or can ye? Muswa, Mudina China, Muya MPP Amukuma. Say, MPP Amukuna, Mujai, and now say, more say, Honorable Alan Rabbi Diman Penny, no divia, must up a man people domain.
Minia, Oshe, the speaker will deliver a or they declare, say, or call as independent candidate. Alan will be a Oshe, Otisi Abontian, the amount for body in the soil, and then if you don't amount for penalty. Even though you may supporting it because agenda no was set from the NPP into the majority of our NPP before. Party media idea you who you be party may feel in color blame the are the traditions of the party in Yama Yina so Eddie you be into name it to say a branded to say near a film in color the maybe party meeting every school move by you Juma ama party no ye consent level ye raising the church women say a good time now you a good baby better say what one sacrifice you have to do baby into no amount for air now. Na yen can say ye shika ye shabu ye into what is due at the now no function. Na yen can say system be in conformity control resources being no ye resource resources no at the day too. Now we keep it for crano you can say the way I belonging to this particular faction. Now the minimum they are like an outcast. In conformity or home the island the chair or contest the baby because or a island the back will be for the FBD they discuss for channel more about the UH and a whole lot of things that were going on. In the party media your party no but in your man the share so every join a party media the party man and next time a new view and when remember me the person you corrected the wrong. Now wrong no person correct wrong now. The funny if you baby no which now correct wrongs no. The young for baby wrong no correct it. Now you will give my passing Alan Baba contested our Baba Jonathan independent candidate. Now Ghana for the year will be a bonus will be a better Alan their president. Because the Koran, your boy, Ramon Pocket, the man Falana, my entraban, no Alan no boots, no Alan no boots. And Maria or Babes Tanias, an independent candidate. And that boy, Nayan Sosono, the Mr. Disney, Yakushan, Saka. So you not to be betting me out for a party in the party in the real me, you say, and betting up for a bad. A many blue, I agree, break in a big chat. But for now, next year, you focus. And they say you can make sure say Alan will win the 2024 presidential election.
All right, but my last question is say Honorable Alan Ko 2024 elections contest na okolusu ene empire won say wa kolusu na mu abato de say the late Sir John kan no fear delegates Ghana for gbaji ni su yo ebe wie no na 50+1 no enti nyankonya na bia kwabra ni bia kwedi nkunimu a we may consider going back to NPP or maintaining a more independent position. I mean, the supporters.
They are committed. Free NPP. Okay. Or as an independent candidate, or not or as an independent candidate. But Ushemwa, they won't prefer more NPP more Obodo Alan. They won't prefer more NDC more Obodo Alan. They won't prefer more CPP more Obodo Alan. Won konfo mo PPP mo omodo alan a say le ye the ballot paper chobo ne ka say we the presidential ballot paper into a man fonko team so and that is the reason why I say Ghana does not need a new political party. Internet ye tie we fi NPP na ye dey baby obi wo NPP odo alan obi wo NDC odo alan dan ko for the almost supporting Alan's vision to become the president. Since you didn't now contest as an member of parliament on the ticket of MPP, but also supported the Alan's ambition to become president, or be a constituency chairman, or be a constituency secretary, or be a communication executive, but also supported the candidature of Alan to become president. But for some reason, to say Alan through MPP, and Benyata Akwenyana. Or as an independent, on voting party and on join independent party, internet they are crossing from MPP. By year within the MPP, any for more NDC, incorporate more CPP, incorporate more PPP, incorporate more PNC. Omuji said, and maybe said Ghana, a new bill that championing the industrialization agenda of and moving Ghana forward. Sene beya inuma bebi so na amam for station okay dey amam for na come the way you need to come come airport ano akese eni because I have the opportunity be in but there are so many opportunities everyone here support so we believe in the industrialization agenda of Alan Kojo chairman team. The fact that
all right but a brilliant fancy line crowd drop nanka bata end but time niti yentimi ene nto aso nana yewadu ewa hanom na eja executive producer for Cheers News in Brief ewa be come inside Alan announce ne resignation from NPP as a political party currently also occur as independent candidate awokoi okọ no the afafranto ena ye na chance de awatudi movement for change and Alan John Koreche Martin edeko ewo eye Ghana hanum 2024 general election ni wa eno na nia ekoso ewo hono na nsempii ena Alan da to na brenenti yame adom otena ye bebe mpa na ye ba abedin komo na ya asona Alan enya officially onya na say a statement about ntin say oko independent looking at how time now they go independent Again, be affect NPP any Alan name ni NDC in general election 2024.
On say Alan Emma information say or resign September 5th 2003
yes
super delegate election ya na Ghana for nyina palukrontia
or resign
Alan resign na from 2005 Alan so edi person be president no almost 16 good years ni ana Alan edi o man yeti so person be president na ubusa ya ade a ebema NPP no omo ebema breaking the 8 na ha omo no any power no presidency no any future any vision no almost 16 good years na watimi aka se otena nchese oba party no munso ache so now we interview na busa se wona odi Alan eche no se metima aka se NPP munso beche yes so vote ni bebrebe no so no omo pa Alan you obi on ma Alan tinya NPP nti you obi on ma NPP ntinya Alan nti so mu betumi acha ama na ye
etu so se dey na say Alan atena ho NPP nye a betima mo hwini general election 2024 so me break 8 I'm NDC in taking over or Alan taking over.
On said there be a see educate as I can say me say election are win in the
one of the police stations.
You know, some people will be election they will be to me predict. Me say so for crackers we be we near na me ji.
Omo the energy.
You know say no the eye say e kwan be na MPP be fa so we break the 8. Abra sisi omo mu ache. Because na Kwame Nkrumah tia se no ka bi kire say enkabom eyesene say entitimu be dey ebeba. So Kwame Nkrumah vision ene ni mission na ode boa Ghana ni nyina na okasa ne kasa nyina na ye nkabom. Eti party de se obetimi awe ni agise nyina de ye hoto say ye nyina ye penkabom. Na ene ana Alan adropu eye ne press no na chinamwa ebenya bre pa na ewuram ni amagana fo ehu emwa na Alan so ode boa Ghana ene oti ne hu akoyi no ensusu aso bebre MPP ne
Oman ko jina na msani yana yodo me da say Alan I resign. The debates are still on. Cheers nation brief and I the bro. Kenkan for me asuna ne bretuba nana owusu abwaje adiomi obetimi afrem asenaba be me MP Gladys any team ni nyina ajekum and the boys e MCR and the Cameron achi Sir Brown and nana say to the nation's trumpeter omu nyina ka ho and e de cheers nation brief e the bro nyame adoma ochena ye besia bebio ma wonu hwa ade na